Hello guys, today we are going to unveil to inner workings of CASA, understand the pivotal role it plays in the lives of accounting students, and discover the impact it has on shaping the future of accounting profession. Join me as we embark on a journey to uncover the essence of CASA, which is Chartered Accountant Students Association, and what makes it such a vital part of the journey for aspiring accountants worldwide. And this is your host, Sunil Kumar Chahar, and I am thrilled to kick off our series with a deep dive into the world of Chartered Accountant Students Association, also known as CASA. To guide us through the realm of CASA, we have esteemed guests with us. First, we have Mr. Joystan Dsouza, former secretary 2022 to 2023, Mangalore CASA from SIRC of ICI. And another one is from the eastern part of the country, Mr. Rithik Bajaj, former vice chairman, CASA, Guwahati. And here we are. So further ado, let us extend a warm welcome to our guest from the CASA, by a CASA man, and thanking you for embracing with your knowledge to our future chartered accountants and chartered accountant student at the present. So first of all, what is CASA for you in one word, Mr. Joystan?
CASA, I think both of us can agree it's a family to us. So we've been part of this family for more than a year now, 2 terms with me also, one term, and my next committee is also almost done. So it is much more than family. Anything I want in any region, they're always there. They support us like anything. They push us forward to be a better version of ourselves. In one word, it's a family.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Joystan. CASA is a family to us. And Rithik, what are the views of you on what is CASA for you?
The very first thing that come up is obviously every CASA member will say it's family. I totally agree with Joy Bhai and Sunil Bhai. We can all like adding to this, we can also say that CASA is also it talks about connection. It talks about leadership quality. The family part is already told by Joy Bhai. So leadership quality, because if a person joined the CASA community, like the leadership quality that he develops with the tenure that he works for the CASA, he not only develop the skills inside him, but he also teaches and he also act as a influencer to all the students around them. So yeah, it's also a part about leadership.
Great, Rithik, great answer. And my next question is, why anybody choose CASA and want to be the part of CASA? What are your reasons to be a part of CASA, Mr. Joystan?
So definitely there are some myths about CA students. They think that CA students are always studying. This is one biggest myth, but it is not true. I think we are live examples of that because we have attended conferences, competitions all over the country, and it is known that CA students are always studying, but I can tell you that CA students are not always studying. So CASA is something that gives you something which is near like what you can tell is a college-like experience. Okay, what we get in BCom, this is what CASA provides us, the platform. Because when we go there in the real world in the future, when we become chartered accountants, we should not be clueless about things. We have to develop a lot of skills because people will be looking up to us in the future. The reason I joined CASA is because my mentors, in my coaching, they pushed me, saying that we see that you have very good leadership and CASA is something that is for you, is what they told me. So I was actually clueless about what it is. So I just, went and filled the form after taking my principal's permission. But when I actually got to know about the things that happened in the national level, I was so happy. I felt like I was blessed that I could take this opportunity and make use of it.
Okay, nice answer. We also do face challenges during our courses, that the course is so monotonous and all about studies, not for the extracurricular activities. But your answer will help other students, that CA students are not just studious but also good at extracurricular activities. Mr. Rithik Bajaj, what are your views?
CASA for me, when I initially heard about it, like students here in Guwahati or in the northeastern part are not even aware about the CASA thing. Initially, I was also not aware about CASA thing. I just saw one or two students from Guwahati who always used to participate in these CASA things, and they got fortunate enough to go for national level and winning the national level. So I just got connected to them through our IT OT faculties, and I came to see that yeah, there is some opportunity that ICI provides to students, because students are in a of a thought, not even the students. In fact, the parents are of a thought that CA is just about study, study, and study. But it is not. If a student is only into the study thing, then he become very monotonous about his life. Like he misses out the college life, the fun and all. So I saw this as an opportunity. I filled up the form. When I came to the CASA thing, when I saw the things at the national level in the group, that these are the events that are happening by that that the different branches of India are organizing and providing students this much opportunity. So I took that and I talked with my team that we should also organize events for them. So we started doing that, and the students here were loving and giving us a positive review for the same. So yeah, it happened, and today the name and the fame that CASA has given us is like we really feel grateful for that.
Mm, that's a inspiring answer by Rithik. And we also believe in that situation also, from being tier two or tier three cities from India, or a place where things are not that wide, or students are not aware with the activities and all. For that region, coming in CASA, it's good for any student from the ICI. So moving to the next question, I will give a hypothetical situation to you. You became a chairman of board of studies, formerly known as the Student Skills Enrichment Board, but also merged now. When you become a chairman of board of studies, so what will be the one change you bring into CASA, Mr. Joystan?
Okay, ये तो दुविधा में डाल दिया है. So definitely, we have been noticing the changes that are happening over the years, and I think the implementation of the new course is itself is a very big step that they have taken. So personally, I think the first step we would take is take student feedback. Okay, so there are still a lot of things in the syllabus that are, I can say, maybe not needed, or something which is too extra. Like there are some concepts that are not needed, or something that is emerging is not there. Now, again, we have the SPOM, that is self-paced online module that is coming. So there are a lot of things happening, and I think bringing a change has to be something wherein we have to go together in this. So talking about CASA, recently, when this elections and all happened, a point was raised by a lot of outsiders. Okay, I am talking about outsiders here. They said that CASA, the students of CASA, don't have the necessary power to do anything. They said that we are the ones who are just there to organize activities. I think I disagree with this to a great extent. So they were objecting the whole point of having a member heading the CASA. That is, each branch will have a CASA chairperson, right, or a CASA chairperson. So they were objecting that, saying that if it is a students' association, it should not have a member who is overseeing everything. but I am not of that opinion, because you see, any student association for that matter. So we have the ruling party, we have the opposition, even they have their association. It is always, it is never headed by a student. Rather, in charge is always given to one of the members of the party, right? So even we are functioning on the same scale. We cannot give total authority to students in that matter. And talking about change, maybe open up more opportunities. So now I'm seeing there's a lot of restriction. So I was just wondering last week that once I complete my articleship, I will not be able to take part in NTS. I will not be able to take part in paper presentations. I was upset about this because my articleship is ending soon. And I was like, "Abhi yaar, iske baad mein kya karunga?" So I was thinking about that definitely, because there is a gap after you give your final attempt and your results, right? So you want to do something productive at that time. So maybe that is one small change I would like to bring. Like even students who are registered in the final course, irrespective of their articleship, like maybe they should be given a chance to be involved in CASA activities. Is what I think, Sunil Bhai.
Yeah, definitely. This issue of the students which going through that phase, their articleship is over, but they wanted to participate. But there's a problem also in that case, because if a person uses that loophole and just participating in the activities and dropped a CA several times, so that may be the case. But we can come up with a great new plan to overcome this. Then we can give a extension of a 2 or 3 attempts for them. So, what are the views?
Yeah, Sunil Bhai, I would like to add on
Yeah,
one more thing. Like as you said, so recently I had attended this motivational session. It was jointly organized by a few CASAs. There was a CA, and during his articleship and after his articleship, he has taken part in 18 conferences. He has presented a paper 18 times.
18 times.
So 18 times exactly. So I was wondering, like, okay, maybe this is the reason why they have put these restrictions that 2 papers in a year, and not after your articleship, things like that. Definitely, because these instances have happened, and still, we have to look at both the sides and take a neutral decision at the end of the day.
yeah, Joy. Because legally we can take part in 6 conferences. Because 3 years, 2 conferences per year is make up to like 6 conferences.
Yeah, and now it has become 4 because
Yeah,
articleship is again 2 years.
yeah. So for that, there should be an amendment for the 2 years that minimum 6 chances will be given to the
Exactly.
students to be a presenter in a conference. So, Rithik, what are the changes you will bring as a BOS chairman?
See, in this hypothetical situation, if I become a chairman of the BOS, so the very first thing that I would like to change is that the awareness that students do not have about CASA, right? You both will agree that 50, I guess more than 50% of the students do not even, they don't even know what is CASA. So if in the curriculum itself, not in the curriculum basically, from the very beginning, from the foundation course, if they are allowed to take part in the events organized by BOS, basically the NTS, the National Talent Search, or the conferences, if not even conferences, but in the National Talent Search, the foundation students also like they should be allowed to participate, because from the very beginning, if they know what is NTS, then automatically for like after a year or maybe a year or two, they will develop skills inside them, and who knows, they can become the national winners. So this should be added. And one more change, I don't think it is possible in the near future, but one should definitely try. If I will become, I would definitely try that. If a person becomes a chartered accountant, a qualified CA, they need to attend 40 hours of CP program each year. It's mandatory. In the similar way, students, for the students also, they need to fix a fixed amount of hours, like 10 hours or 20 hours of events that they need to attend. So it will automatically bring change, because students will be forced to attend the events, and it will help in a positive note for them.
Yeah, that's A great input by Rithik.
Yeah,
Because the CPR structure for members is generally that they should be mandatorily serve or know about the changes in the guidelines, know
exactly.
about what are things going in the professions. So for the CA students also being an article or a student of the profession, they should know what are the
What is
changes or what are the amendments are going in the chartered accountancy world. So they will help, they will get a help in their studies as well. So that's a
that's
great
what?
initiative. And we are now moving to our next question. If we all do know that every coin has a two-face thing. So we are talking about the benefits and all. What are your three bad experience in CASA? From Joystan, we want to hear that.
Come on, Joy bhai.
Bad experience. So this is going to be something personal. I think I have to tell. Okay, bad experiences as such were nothing. Everything was a learning curve in CASA. I should tell. Bad experiences as a student. I went for a conference, and what I felt was, not just me, any speaker who came, they did not get the respect there. So students were shouting all the time. Okay, they were just talking the whole time. They were shouting. They were moving around. So the session is going on, and not just me, some very big speakers came like CA Kamal Garg, CA Bimal Jain, and for the motivation session we had CA Neha Datta, CA Surbhi Gandhi was there. Many of them were there. And students really did not care about anything. And I went as a paper presenter. It was a very shocking experience for me because it does not happen in our place. Okay, and when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, because you're presenting a paper and nobody is listening to you. So it was just like I am talking to the judges there. Okay, so that was one bad experience that I experienced. And other than that, it was all organizational stuff. Maybe last minute, some here and there with the committee members, but then we figure things out at the end. So I can tell you about my first experience organizing an event. So it was a football tournament, and we had kept only 8 teams are allowed to participate, the first eight. So what happened was it was our first event, we didn't know. So we said that you have to come to the branch and pay the amount, and you have to fill the Google form. So what issue happened is the last two teams, we got seven teams. Then we had two teams. One team came and paid money in the branch but did not fill the form. And the second team filled the form but did not pay money in the branch. Now, the worst part was both the offices who sent the team, they were past chairman's office of our branch. Both of them were past chairman. And it was our first event. It was horrible. I was scared. I was scared like anything because I did not know what my managing committee would tell me. And the previous committee scared me a lot, saying that both of them are past chairman. Whom will you select? So we just, first tried with one office saying that, no, you guys came late. But students are much ahead of us. They were coming, they knew that the situation has come, and they were like, no, we know what is happening. We have filled the form, they have given the money and things like that. Then we tried it with the other office, even they did not agree. So then last we had to take both the teams, and then we had to redo the entire structure of the tournament. So that is one personal experience. It was my first event, a big learning experience, I must say.
Yeah, great, Joyce. A great explanation about all the incidences. So I would like your incidents about being a presenter in a conference. So being when you are a paper presenter, you need a good audience, or you are
Very
presenting anything in front of audience. If your audience are good, you put efforts. But when you are putting effort, the audience is not responding. Your confidence is goes down. I believe that. So that was a good eye-opening statements by you about CASA. And what about Ritik? What are your views on that?
bad experiences as such. Initially, like I served CASA Guwahati for 2 years back to back, right? So initially, the very first year when I joined CASA, I was a sports coordinator, and we had a member of six teams. So I just saw my friends, like earlier past members, organizing events. But the thing is that I joined CASA in the year 2021, and the earlier year, the entire tenure went online. They didn't even organize a single event physically. So it was a challenge for me that how will I organize the very first event, that too physically. And the very first event that we had was the Youth Fest. And you all know that Youth Fest is one of the biggest event for every branch, and I was like, how to do. We started meetings and stuff. And just before 10 days of the event, from six of our team members, four were like inactive. They become inactive. They were like, two of them resigned. They were like, they don't want to be a part because their studies were getting hampered, I guess. And two of them were inactive. They totally vanished. Just left me, and there was Kunal. We two were there, and everything was like, how will we do? We both are new and all. So yeah, there were many hiccups during the event, but that was a great learning experience for me as well. Ki if at the end moment there are like problem can come to any team members. Now you need to handle in that situation. How will you come out of that situation? So yeah, that was a great learning for me. That was one. And another one, if I say, it's not a bad experience from the CASA side, because I guess it's a lack of time management for me, because initially, due to CASA, it took me two or three attempts to clear my intergroup too. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming to that part also, Rithik. Uh, Next question is, there's a myth in the student that if you goes into CASA, you hamper your studies. Is being in a CASA will impact your studies or not? What are your views? Joystan first.
So I think we both are the right person to answer this question because both of us cleared, he cleared his group two, I cleared my group one during our tenure itself. Okay, so Rithik's story is much more like a roller coaster ride because he had to wait for days that entire CASA family was waiting कि ऋतिक का result कब आएगा करके ठीक है. So I definitely don't think that it hampers your studies. It's a personal experience. Now I gave two attempts for my group one. So first attempt I was not like I just started my Sikasa tenure, so it wasn't much of a hamper. It was just I think me myself. The second attempt we had our national conference coming right after the attempt, so it did not affect me much because that was the attempt in which I cleared. So I think it does not affect you much. And since there's a team, we have a team of 6 to 8 to 10 people. We had 9 at that time. So when if there is someone going for exam, there is always someone who's ready to step in. So that's why we have a team. It really does not matter much, and I think the managing committee of every branch, for that matter, they understand because they have also given the CA exams. They know the level of difficulty, the level of preparations that are required. Personally, for me, it did not hamper much, but there is this rule for joining CASA now. That you have to clear both those of intermediate. The rule was always there, but branches were lenient about it because they wanted to give opportunity for students. There were a lot of them who had this 9 months gap when they were in their first year of articleship. They used to come and join Sikasa because they were not able to give an attempt direct entry students, right? So that rule is very lenient and it still is. But now since articleship has become this way that only after you clear your intermediate, I think this question will not come into matter that it will hamper with your studies.
Yeah, Joyston, because earlier we used to see students who are come from direct entry and just having articleship registered under direct entry scheme. So they come up into the CASA, but they are not a student which is cleared intermediate. So they have problem because first of all they come directly without giving foundation exams. So they are not familiar with the course also. So there is a situation for those kind of students. I'm not saying all of those are having problems, but some of them are having problems because of them. And students are getting attempts in CA It's normal. The students who are not in CASA also getting attempts. So being in CASA or being not in CASA did not correlate to uh, being a student who getting attempts or not. It's just how you are putting your efforts in the examination and the CASA as well. So Rithik, what are your views?
As I already mentioned, personally, initially, I could not manage both the thing, but with time, I guess, or I guess, but it's like very true, and it totally depends on the person, on that individual, how he manages CASA and his study pressure, and also his office pressure, because exams, office, and CASA, these three goes hand in hand. You cannot avoid a single thing for another one, right? And of course, the branch and the other team members totally support you if you have your exam. They are like that. I guess that is why they are team members of minimum six or seven in a particular branch. And of course, all the members together cannot have exams. If all the members are having exam in the same attempt, I guess the managing committee will not select all of them together. Like they select thinking about the future only. So yeah, the managing team members and also the team members of CASA, they support during the exam time. And also that individual should basically devote time that is important to him at that particular point of time. So yeah, managing time is a very important thing in this factor.
For that, there is a exciting survey on that. So students who are doing actively articleship are more eligible to pass the exam more frequently rather than students are not active in their articleship or not active into other activities, because they get a ample limited time that will restrict them to a particular set pattern to study. But if you have whole day, there is a rule of procrastinations come in. So you will
Exactly.
procrastinate that I have ample time, I will study a month later or a year later, 6 months later. So that will lead to procrastination and you will struggle at the time of exams. So students who are into articleship, they know that I have only a limited of time to study for that time for a particular period. So I have to study seriously. So that will help them. So basically हम हिंदी में एक चीज कहते हैं कि सीए में गधे जैसा काम करने वाले लोग ज्यादा पास होते हैं rather than घोड़े की तरह सोचने वाले लोग. Because doing hard work is a great thing for a student, because being regular to their studies or their work is good. Not start studying. Smart studying is also good, but if you are doing selective study, that can be a double-edged sword. It can cut your ambitions, your goals also, but you can achieve your goals with that also. But the student are doing hard work, they will achieve success in this course. It's just a matter of time. You will get it sooner or later, but you will get it. It's a guarantee if you're doing a hard work. So moving to our fun segment, I will want to know what Bollywood movie name you would suggest to CASA in one word. When you hear about CASA, what are the movies you would like to relate with?
You, we have to think about a movie, like which story will perfectly suit CASA because
Yeah,
it's like we CASA is not only into a singular genre, like it's a mixture of everything.
yeah.
Joy, bhai, you go first. I have to think.
हाँ मुझे भी सोचना पड़ेगा अभी कौन सी मूवी बताओ.
देखो सीरियस क्वेश्चन के लिए हमें टाइम नहीं लगा, फन सेगमेंट के लिए हम टाइम ले रहे हैं.
क्योंकि ऐसे वैसे मूवी का नाम ले लिया तो फिर जब ये वीडियो कासा वाले देखेंगे तो हम लोग भी कुछ बोलेंगे.
हाँ, सेंस ऑफ लाइबिलिटी तो है. टिकटिकी जी ने समय स्टार्ट कर दिया.
जॉय भाई फटाफट आप बोलिए, उसके बाद मैं बस तुरंत ही बोल दूंगा.
मुझे मुझे मेरे दिमाग में तो कोई मूवी का नाम आ ही नहीं रहा।
यार ये तो बहुत ही डिलेमा में आ गया। लाइक ऐसे तो आई एम अ वेरी बॉलीवुड
हाँ,
टाइप ऑफ पर्सन, और अब जब मूवी का नाम देना है इस चीज को नहीं आ रहा।
Yeah, it's just like you revise the whole chapter, but you
एग्जाम
don't
में।
know a single word in exam. जो भाई ब्लैंक हो गए। ये
बिल्कुल यार।
ये आपका
यार
ऋतिक
I'll गो फर्स्ट। मेरे पास दो मूवी आ रही है।
हाँ
सबसे पहले तो बिकॉज वी आर फैमिली, तो हम साथ साथ हैं।
या
एवरी ब्रांच इज लाइक वर्किंग टुगेदर। कभी भी किसी से कुछ हेल्प मांगो, एवरीवन इज रेडी टू हेल्प। एंड दूसरा आई वुड से गोलमाल।
I
हाँ
was also thinking about Golmaal.
एस वी आर
गोलमाल बिकॉज गोलमाल बिकॉज देखो, साथ साथ तो सारे ब्रांचेस है, लेकिन फाइट सिर्फ वो बेस्ट ब्रांच और बेस्ट स्टूडेंट एसोसिएशन का अवार्ड के लिए होता है। तो फिर गोलमाल तो अगर समझने वाले समझ जाएंगे कि गोलमाल कहाँ होता है।
या
बस
गोलमाल है भाई, सब
सब
गोलमाल।
गोलमाल है।
सब कंट्रोवर्शियल क्वेश्चंस हैं। आपके फन सेगमेंट में कंट्रोवर्शियल क्वेश्चंस आ गए।
जय भाई, गो ऑन।
मुझे तो लगता है सबको यूनाइट रखने के लिए I have to say that we are like Chak De India.
चक दे इंडिया।
नाइस वन।
व्हाट अ मोटिवेटिंग आंसर सर।
वी आर नॉट विकासा सिकासा इकासा, वी आर कासा। राइट, नाइस वन।
वी आर कासा। यू आर पार्ट ऑफ कासा।
कासा।
Yeah, okay. So, if you name Chak De India as CASA for CASA, so who will you think be the Kabir Khan of that, in your opinion?
आई न्यू दिस इज कमिंग।
ये ये कैसा सवाल है। कबीर खान तो बदलते रहता है हमारे कासा में।
हर साल
सब
बदलते रहते
सब
हैं।
हाँ, सब टीम प्लेयर है भाई, सब टीम प्लेयर है। And we need everyone's support because recently I think we are shedding a lot of light on helping students. Okay, because SST portal, lot of changes now, new books, CDS portal, तो बहुत सारे issues persist कर रहे students के साथ, and students are unaware. So we know that helpline does not always give the apt response. कभी लगता नहीं है call, कभी उठाते नहीं है, all those things. So uh, as a whole, we are trying to help students at all India level. So in this, a lot of us are working together, and that is very important. I think Ajay Bhai in his session will be able to tell you more on this, but we have been putting a lot of priority on this. I have currently spoken with my branch also that we want to have something like a grievance cell. Okay, I said let's not trouble the current team, and we the past members will take care of it because we have that exposure, we have the connections. Now if I know I want to reach someone in the other region, I know the right person to ask. So things like that help you a lot. You might not be able to get to the last man standing who will help you, but you will get a link there, and I think we know that problem what happens is one committee comes, they make their connections and then they go. So when the new committee comes, no, and they have the doubts, तो उनको भी क्लू नहीं रहता बिकॉज उनको पता नहीं है कि किसको रीच करना है, व्हाट आर द ईमेल आईडी, किसको मेल करना है या किसको कॉल लगाना है, और दे विल नॉट हैव कनेक्शंस विद द आरसीएम द सीसीएम एंड सो ऑन इफ देयर आर क्रूशियल मैटर्स. So every past committee member, it's a right and duty, I feel, that we should have something like this. And talking about Kabir Khan, I think we all should be the Kabir Khan in our branches, and that's the only way we can lead this team together.
Yeah, good answer. Rithik, for you, I will simplify that question. The
Yes,
person
please।
who admires in you to be in CASA.
The person who admires me,
Yeah,
see, I would not brag, but I guess after I joined CASA, ICASA, like there are several students who come up to me and they speak and they say, कि ऋतिक भैया, how you reach to national level, like people, like almost everyone in every region and every city, right? And this is the power of CASA. This is the source of CASA. Like like just giving a real life example, being a member of CASA, my result got withheld, right? Everybody knows. And it took 6 days to get my results back. Those 6 days for me, being a member of CASA was very full of, like, it was full of anxiety. I was in panic, and like everything was going bad for me. Like being a member of CASA, if such situation is bad for me, think about a normal student who doesn't have any connection in CASA or ICAI. How will that student go through, right? So every student come up to me and they are like, Rithik bhai, I want to be a member of CASA. I want to have connections like you. I want to go to national level. I want to attend conferences. I'm like, I'm open to everyone. Like being a past member also, I am still active. Like not me, Joy bhai and everyone is active. That is the beauty that is the beauty of CASA, right? So students come up to me, I take them to the branches. I like now I guess the yeah Mayank Jain is the current vice chairman of ICASA Guwahati. So I give his contact number to them. I ask Mayank, yeah, Mayank, conference is coming. If any big event is coming, take all the students and add them to different committees. They will work, they will be a part of a team, they will know what CASA is. And through that, the journey will begin. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So we will take one last opinion from you. As a CASA member, if you will get a chance to add a competition in NTS list, National Talent Search, or eliminating one contest from the list, what will be that contest in the National Talent Search program? Joystan.
Okay. So eliminating would be very easy for me. So recently there is something regarding blockchain technology, something computerized
Yeah, data
using
visualization.
Data visualization.
data visualization. Sorry, yeah, data visual. There was a lot of dilemma about it. The regional council did not know have a proper view. Even the participants, they did not know what they are supposed to do, and it was a big headache. So rather than this, they could have organized something else. Okay. And I think I would personally put something that is more business related, like a business fest event or at least paper presentation. Because paper presentation, it's a good opportunity for the local students to participate at regional level and then compete at the best, that is the national level. I personally feel that this is also needed because what happens is in conferences, students come and present papers and get the prize and all, but then they do not. There is no national recognition in that. So if they participate at branch level and then go at regional, and if they are very good, if they go at national, so we can know that who are the best of the best in the country. And I think if we have this, we can have the highest numbers because these days, even for competitions like elocution and debate, registrations are comparatively low than what we expect. Okay, if you are expecting 50, we will have around 25. Okay, for competitions like elocution, it was mainly because of the topics. Okay, the topics that were even the quiz. So the questions that used to come for quiz were at such a high level that we had to simplify it to a great extent. But this time, seeing the elocution topics, they are much more relatable to the students. They are about youth. They are about the profession. So it is something they have changed, and I'm very happy that they have brought down the level of the topics and made it relatable to us. So that is my opinion.
Yeah, Joystan, I'm agreeing with you, but there was a competition in 2022 for the best presenter PPT. Yeah. Mhm. That was the first time Arvind Sarawagi participated and win that. That was the first competition of Arvind Sarawagi, and there we know that rest is history. He claims three national titles after that. So, bringing up a best paper presenter is good initiative in terms of data visualization, as we see that students are not much interested in the data visualization field because of There is a hard truth that we are not much aware about IT in respective of a guy which belong to a computer science B.Tech background or M.Tech background or BCA. Uh, but when it comes to presenting a technical topics with critically analyzing topics and all, we are good at that. We are good at the theoretical things. We are good at legislative things and all. So it's a good option for choosing a best paper presenter over data visualization competition. For Rithik, what are your to
For
com
me, if I would like to eliminate any one of the event, it will be chess competition. Because what I believe that it's my opinion that chess competition should not be a part of NTS because it's totally a odd one out if we see all the events that are in NTS because it's a part of sport, right? So I don't think it should not be a part of NTS. If you are organizing sport, organize it in a different manner, not in NTS. If you are bringing in chess, you should also bring other sports as well because all the students are not well trained in chess, right? Because there are students who are good at different sports. So chess should not be a part of it. Rather, I would like to add anything related to stock market because being a finance student and I guess you both will agree 70% of our CA background students are into finance and are into stock market. So there should be a particular event into stock markets. And because of that, many students will get influenced by the winners at the regional level and the national level. And if someone is not into stock market, they can come with some knowledge and take part in the stock market as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's good for eliminating chess
Yeah.
because I believe that if you are having giving a preference to a sport which is an indoor game.
Hmm.
So, sports is a sport where whether it's outdoor or indoor game. So, if you are initiating one sport into your national talent hunt, then you will have to give equal chances to other sports also.
Other sport as well. Yes.
Yeah. So introduce cricket and all because you there are so many leagues for the members on the national level also on the regional level also. So they can also organize for the student as well. But we understand there will be some logistical problems and all because organizing that much or the teams come up and having hotels and all that will be create some chaos. If I get chance to eliminate one competition, I will eliminate essay competition because when it comes to the creative writing, I believe that Chat GPT version 3.5 can be not able to compete with a person, but the most advanced version of ChatGPT, and they are developing so much that putting effort into creative writing will be more or less. There will be no opportunities for the writers in near futures. So rather than being into a competition which is include writing, because we know that there are set of replies of income tax notices, GST notices. There are some monotonous reply. We have that and we file replies according to that because legislation is not uh, like a field where we can do public speaking. We can speak according to the facts and the rules also. So
Yes.
there is no place for creative writing. So I will eliminate uh, essay from that and I will add instrumental musics because they have that competition from 2019. If we give a chance to instrumental music or a dance program, they they act as a separate talent for them because they can uphold the profession also because I know a friend which is a member now who is a member now. She is CA Isha Verma.
Yes.
She is a good dancer and a thorough good public speaker and a member of institute now because if we initiate that type of competition at national levels, we can get more Isha Verma or good singers as well. Uh, so that are the my two choices for eliminating and adding a competition.
Adding to what Sunil Bhai said, uh, it can be expanded into a talent show type, not only singing or dancing, but ICI can organize ICI Got Talent basically at a national level into NTS from branch level, like it similarly goes with the talent show. Auditions, TV rounds, then the main show. That is how branch level, regional level, and national level. They can add this into it. If we can work out together as CASA, we can work on it, I guess.
Okay. Uh, we are heading on to our last question of this podcast with you guys. So, our last question is that are you satisfied with the rumors or the things going on Twitter about CASA, or they are just misappropriating the facts, or they don't know all the facts about CASA? What are your views on that?
If I would say, uh, see, Twitter and a social media platform, anyone can come and speak anything without having a prior knowledge or a particular exact knowledge about a particular topic. Recently, we all are aware about the ICI exam schedule. Every one of us were expecting that ICI will postpone the exams. Initially, some unwanted fake accounts came up talking very cheap things about the institute uh, by using fake names. And on the second half of that thing, they took CASA. They took the name of CASA and they said that, as Joy Bhai mentioned earlier, कि CASA is just for the sake of organizing activities. They, being the student representative, they are not acting as student representatives for our students. So I do not think that we have that authority or power to go against our institute, mother institute, because we are bounded under a certain boundaries. Like we have certain boundaries, we cannot cross that. We are here for our student. Yeah, we can just go request. We can talk to our CCMs, RCMs, but we cannot go against our ICI, right? So we should completely avoid to all that rumors that are going on. If it is effective, it is impacting in a bad manner to us, then collectively we should reply to it. That's it. Sunil, I guess you are mute.
Yeah, okay. A great answer, Rithik. And what are your views, Joystan, on that?
So these days, I think we all know that people post anything for views, and students, especially foundation students and intermediate students who don't have CASA connection, they easily fall prey. So you might know that they put these posters saying coming soon. ICI is going to postpone exams. They put such posters and cover pages and so on, and they try to spread fake rumors just for a few views. That is happening, and these are the same people who are once the result did not come in their favor, once the exams were not postponed, say, these are the same people who try to shift the blame. They just want someone to be the bugger at the end of the day, and they started blaming CASA, saying that CASA did not take a stand for it. So that is very absurd. And certain things I say that they put it rightly, but we don't see it that way. Like for example, some CCMs rightly put it upfront, saying that do not expect any postponement. Continue your preparations. I put that. So many people posted continue your preparations. Do not hinder your preparations. But student chose to ignore that. So when students choose to ignore these things, we really can't help them because we cannot predict it. And even it was taken to court. And the court said that who said exams cannot be conducted during elections, right? I can still see, there are a few CASA members who are still upset. Yes, today we had elections in my locality. So I had put a poster, and some of them replied to me. someone from this other region saying that just 4 days, 5 days for exams, and how can I go for vote and things like that. So they're still upset about it because that space of 3-4 days when the election dates were announced and the timetable was not announced, students stopped everything. They stopped their preparations completely. I know so many of them who regret till today saying that that 4 or 5 days of their preparation was gone because they thought that they will get another maybe 2 or 3 weeks or a month. Okay, because based on the trends that were followed previously, right? So these are things that are disturbing to students, but they should be wise. They should not blindly believe on what tweets are being put, and especially the ones that say against CASA. Because me, Rithik, you, and a lot of us can vouch that we have put our heart and soul into CASA, into helping students, and have done things out of our way for their betterment. And we are always there. We definitely keep putting in a word for them. And whatever decision institute takes at the end of the day, it cares about its members, it cares about its students, and looking into all these factors of decisions are taken. So that is what I say, Sunil Bhai.
Yeah. Jason, I'm completely agreeing with what are you saying. So if a student thinks that ICI just messing up with their schedule and the election process also, we know that ICI is a parliamentary body created by a parliament by set up an act separately. So the ICI is more capable than us or the people who are saying on social media in drafting policy, in creating schedules of the exams. They also know what are the barriers they will face while conducting the exams. The exam process of ICI is more robust than we think. So ICI will take care all the facts will be, all the restriction will be there. So if a student after that faces any issue in that, so I can say one thing, there will be uncertainties in anything. For an example, if you going for an exam, this there is a medical emergency, or is there any unfortunate event happen in your locality, or is there any police restriction, then ICI will might done some things like that. They shifted the exam or postponed that particular exam in the particular region also. I personally have one instance that when there was the Ram Mandir decision will be taken upon, then the exams were shifted. Exam was shifted in the UP region. So according to that, ICI will shift exam if there any unfortunate thing will happen. So a student have to not worry about what ICI is doing or not. They just focus on their studies and they have to more concentrate on their studies rather than on social media, because social media is also a mean of distraction for them. So that was also my point for that. Okay, as we draw the curtains on our inaugural episode, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guests, Mr. Joystan Dsouza and Rithik Bajaj, to their enlightening contribution, and to our listener for tuning in. Remember, your voice is powerful instrument for a change and inspiration. Keep speaking up, keep shining, and keep making content. Thank you, and we will back with another episode.
Thank you so much, Sunil Bhai.